TV, Oak Hill, Beckley, Bluefield.
It's time for Newswatch with Tiger DeMello and Chief Meteorologist Jay Polk.
Tonight on Newswatch at 11, with school out, many families need to find childcare for the summer months. We see how to make sure your child stays safe, and those tips are coming your way. And this nonprofit is turning forgotten bikes into new wheels for members of the community. We see how in just a moment. And the first week of June brings an annual event for the creative types out there. We spoke with the organizers to see how this year's Mountain Music Fest is one that you cannot miss. We have those headlines and so much more as Newswatch at 11 begins right now.
Live from the WOAY studios, this is Newswatch at 11.
Hello and welcome to Newswatch at 11. I am Tiger DeMello and I hope you guys have had a good Tuesday today. Now let's send things over to our very own Chief Meteorologist Jay Polk. Jay, is our early Wednesday morning going to be as nice and as pleasant as our Tuesday was?
Yeah, it will be actually, and we'll see the same kind of conditions. We'll see mostly clear skies, and we'll see a little bit of smoke and haze from those fires up in the Canadian prairies, especially just off to the northeast of Winnipeg and Manitoba. That's actually our first weather headline for today. Great weather is ahead with that smoke and haze being in mind. Showers and storms return beginning late Thursday and into early Friday, especially as we go into early Friday. And the rain lasts into next week, so the active weather does return over the next couple of days. Route 460 at Ambrose, heading down I-77, Beckley in one direction, Withville, Virginia in the other. Looking back towards the interstate, it's going to be a fairly pleasant evening for our drive, but as we talked about, some of that haze and smoke could be out there. So it's a good night for stargazing too, again with that haze in mind. Mercury and Jupiter have both already set, but Venus, Mars, and Saturn should be good viewing for those planets, and the waxing gibbous moon 59% full at this point. Upcoming forecast then for the rest of the night into the day tomorrow, we are going to see low temperatures in the mid to upper 50s by the time we finish it off. 69 the current temperature here in Oak Hill, and also around much of the region we're seeing temperatures in the upper 60s and lower 70s. We'll show you what it looks like around the region. We'll take you to some hot spots around the country in terms of weather, and we'll show you that complete 7-day forecast in a few minutes. Tiger.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Now, school is wrapping up for the year, which means many parents will need daycare. Finding quality childcare is the utmost importance, but that can be challenging. Newswatch reporters Jillian Risberg and Trista Honecker found out how to find the best one for your child.
I will say that the process to find a childcare, I feel like you should be very careful about who you let watch your child. You need to make sure that you meet them, tour their facility. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Always do like a little daycare tour, and hopefully your provider will be open and honest with you.
Do your research, tour multiple places, and pick whichever one is best for you.
I always tell people that, especially being an in-home provider, there is a major difference between in-home and a center. Here I feel like it's a lot more personal because it's just one person, maybe two. I do have an assistant teacher that's here all the time with me, so you have the same people watching your child every single day.
You can even ask around your pediatrician, the DHHR website, to find good, certified through the state childcare that people trust.
So they'd have the recommended training and the necessities to care for your child. Another thing is just to have open communication with your child. Be sure they're able to talk to you, and if there's any issues whatsoever, they feel comfortable coming to you, so that you don't want them to ever feel like they're going to be in trouble if they tell you something that happened.
Your provider should meet your needs. Everyone parents differently and wants different things for their child.
You might want a more personal, hands-on lesson planning approach, or you might want a little learn by playing approach. People run their programs, whatever best fits their needs, and you need to make sure that whoever you choose is going to be somewhere you're happy with.
Keep in mind, some things are just off the table when it comes to childcare.
If it's unkept, if you see, if it's a dirty facility, it's pretty obvious. If you go in there and it smells really, really bad as cigarette smoke, that's a huge red flag. Social media platform's a great start. You can, ask your friends on there, just make a post. Hey, who do you recommend? Be sure to make sure that they are registered with the state first off, because that's going to be your base thing there.
In Beckley, Trista Honecker
and Jillian Risberg for Newswatch.
Sometimes a simple gift can make a world of a difference. In Princeton, one nonprofit is turning donated bikes into new beginnings for those in need. Newswatch's very own Danny Delante has that story.
In Princeton, West Virginia, a small nonprofit is giving wheels to those who need them most.
Our big mission is to put kids who don't have access to a bicycle on a bike.
The Mercer Street Bicycle Co-op runs on community donations, bikes that arrive in all conditions, waiting for a second chance.
All these bikes have come in here through donation. They're coming in various stages of disrepair. Some of them are in better shape. We call those low-hanging fruit, and then some of them, need a lot of effort.
Upstairs, they call it the Boneyard, a storage space where bikes wait to be brought back to life.
This is a room where pretty much everything that's in here is going to be a bicycle again. So you take a peek in there and just.
Tom spends over 40 hours a week on the co-op, and with over 200 years of family lineage in the Mountain State, giving back makes it all worth it.
You've probably had the opportunity in your life to give someone a gift, in the way that you see how they react to it and how it makes you feel. And imagine putting yourself in an opportunity where you get to do that like almost every day. So, that's why we're here.
Tom says almost every bike needs new parts, from chains and seats to grips, before it can hit the road again.
Every bicycle that comes in here gets a seat, gets quite a few of them get a chain. Everyone that gets a seat almost always gets grips.
But these items do not come free.
It typically costs about $35 in parts to build a bicycle to give away. That doesn't include labor. That's just parts.
To keep the co-op rolling, Tom says donations of bikes or funds make all the difference.
Donate $10, donate $5, donate $35, whatever your heart compels you to do. But we put it all to good use.
By giving back countless bikes to those in need, the Mercer Street Bicycle Co-op is turning donations into dreams. In Mercer County, I'm Danny Delante for Newswatch.
One local organization aiming to keep kids off of drugs held its final event for the school year. The Drug-Free All-Stars held its final spring event at Bluefield Middle School on Tuesday. Drug-Free All-Stars visits schools around the region and encourages kids to stay off of drugs while taking on their favorite teachers. The event was highlighted by honoring Tony Webster, whose son, Little Tony, died of a heart condition while in high school. Webster gives out scholarships to kids in Mercer County every year. But the fun cannot last forever. Greg Puckett, director of the Drug-Free All-Stars, says in December, the All-Stars are hanging out their sneakers for good.
We've seen the kids change. It's like this energy gets better. And even though we've gotten older, the energy is still strong. So we're going to go out on a high note. We're finishing up now. We're going to come back in the fall, hit it out strong, and hopefully call this thing a career.
The first week of June brings an annual event for the creative and adventurous souls out there. WOAY caught up with a couple organizers of the Mountain Music Festival.
Let your freak flag fly. It's time for Mountain Music Festival 2025.
And then, of course, the music kicks off on Thursday, goes for 3 days. It's going to be an epic party up here on the mountaintop, probably about 1,500, 2,000 people. The music festival, it is a music festival, but Mountain Music Festival is about a lot more than the music.
More than the music, indeed, as an art collective known as the Pigment Sanctuary will once again set up shop.
This year, I think we have somewhere between 35 and 38 artists. We'll see. And everybody is selling their art. There's going to be art all over the walls in here, the walls that are going up. There's going to be tables with merch. Everybody that's part of this is welcome to sell their work and be seen. We also welcome live painters that are renegade. So if they aren't part of the gallery per se, they can still bring their easel and set up in the field and paint with us. Everybody's welcome.
Get your tickets in advance because they are a little bit cheaper if you get them before you show up here at the gate. So we still got plenty of room for you. This is where you want to be this weekend, up here at Mountain Music Festival at Ace Adventure Resort. We're ready for you.
This one's special for all the ones that I've done over the years. I don't think I've ever experienced being treated so well by a festival and such a community of people that are really dedicated to each other and uplifting and open, kind. Whatever whatever red tape that a lot of other events have, we don't really have to deal with here because we're wanted, you know. We're welcome, so we welcome others.
Newswatch 4 in Fayette County.
If you fancy yourself to have a green thumb and love digging in the dirt and watching things grow, then you should consider volunteering at New Roots Community Farm in Fayetteville. Each Tuesday through the growing season, you can help out the community farm while learning a few things yourself. Volunteers are welcome on Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 3 or 4. All you have to do is show up and be ready to work. You don't have to keep a strict schedule either, as you can come and go as you please. New Roots Community Farm is located at 167 Wolf Creek Road in Fayetteville.
It's just really grounding to get in the dirt and farm again, and it makes me feel like I'm contributing to something. New Roots does a lot for the local community, and so yeah, it feels like I can give back, but it's also just like really fun for me.
Yeah, I think especially in central Appalachia where we have such limited access to local good fresh food, it's really great to be able to like come out and grow the food that you then get to eat, and also to grow food that the community then gets to eat.
Mm-hmm. Now, do not go anywhere because we are just getting started here at Newswatch at 11. Governor Patrick Morrisey attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony for a new mobile teaching kitchen. We have more details on that coming up later this evening. Jay?
Tiger, we saw high temperatures in the lower to middle 80s in lots of areas around the region today, including in Beckley, which topped out at 83 after dropping all the way down to 45 this morning. That means that's a 38-degree spread. That's a pretty big spread, no doubt about it. Beckley had a similarly large spread. 81 was a high after the low of 48. Both cities about 5 or 10 degrees above the average, and the 7-day forecast shows us that warm temperatures are going to be in that 7-day outlook. We'll let you know how warm it gets after this short break.
Mega Millions just got mega bigger. Now, for $5, you could win larger jackpots starting at $50 million. That means bigger wins at all levels, better odds to win, and now the built-in multiplier included with every play. Plus, enter your plays and get your chance to win a share of $350,000 in the Play On Bigger Better Second Chance promotion. So play today, in-store and online with iPlay. Who knows? I could be worth billions.
Nope, not today. No cyber threats are going to slow down your business. Get business secure internet and protect your network with built-in cybersecurity, starting at just $70 a month. Say no to phishing and other attacks with no contracts and our 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, the more services you bundle, the more you save. Nothing's going to slow down your business. Protect your network with secure internet starting at $70 a month.
For 2025, Toyota is the best resale value brand for the 5th year in a row. Meaning Toyota has proven to outperform the competition, which could mean thousands in savings when the time comes to trade in. Buy a Toyota RAV4 or Grand Highlander now with 4.99% APR financing for 5 years. Toyota, let's go places.
This Stormwatch weather is brought to you by Stevens Chevrolet.
And now, Chief Meteorologist Jay Polk with your full 7-day forecast.
Well, a pleasant night around southern West Virginia this evening. We are seeing very nice conditions. That haze and smoke, of course, is out there, but outside of that, it's looking pretty nice out there. Let's take a look at what's happening. I-64, mile marker 124, near where it meets I-77. They zoomed it in a little bit on me, which is kind of cool because you can see the traffic that is flowing. It's not much of it, as there typically isn't this night at this particular junction. As we take a look at what's happening around the region, see temperatures sitting in the upper 60s and lower 70s. So these temperatures are, well, they're above where they should be. They're almost close to the average highs for this time of the year. Only Marlington's a little bit cooler, which is not surprising, given that, of course, it's higher in elevation. They have 61 degrees this hour. And Bluefield, as you saw, had 68. So temperatures, again, pretty warm, certainly. Regional satellite radar, you notice that as we push off to the west, we can see our next system coming towards us from that westerly direction. This is a low-pressure center, an associated front, which is producing some very rough weather over the central part of the country into Kansas, Missouri, back into Illinois, and also into Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, you name it. All the areas off to our west and the upper Midwest are certainly seeing some very rough weather. Down to the south we go. We're also seeing some heavy thunderstorms in South Florida and in Central Florida as well. So this will be a bit of a travel concern if you're heading down to the big theme parks as you go through the next day or so. This will certainly be something to make you take an umbrella with you as you head out to your outdoor plans there. Meanwhile, for us, so it's high and dry until this next system gets here, and you can see that next system on the Futurecast as it pushes towards the east. Now, the heavy thunderstorms that we're seeing right now are not going to be in our area. We are going to see them stay off to the west. However, rain is going to be in the forecast, and heavier rain at times indicated by the darker green colors on your screen. This happens as we go into Friday night and into early Saturday morning. And the heavy thunderstorms that we talked about will also be off to our northwest and portions of Ohio back into Indiana. That's not unusual. We see that pretty typically when we have the heavy thunderstorms push towards us. Typically, the strongest thunderstorms are off to our north and northwest. One thing that we will also be dealing with over the next couple of days until the rain gets here is the smoke. And this is one of our forecast models, taking a look at the smoke as we go through the next day or two. We're going to see that smoke dissipate just a little bit. There will be less of it because the flow will come out of the south rather than coming out of the northwest, but there will still be some smoke to deal with nonetheless. And so if you have any kind of difficulties with the breathing, that will be a concern for you as well, especially in the afternoons. Highest temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the lower to middle 80s just about everywhere as you go down to southern portions of our area. We could see some upper 70s in places like Bluefield. Bluefield tops out right around 80 degrees as we go through the afternoon. You can see right there 79 is what we're calling for, as you saw on the map a few minutes ago, and just some of that thin sunshine that'll make its way into the region. That's because, of course, we had that smoke and the haze that we were talking about. And that will take us into our early Thursday as well. Then chance for overnight showers, 30% shot. High temperatures drop back just a shade with the extra cloud cover and that chance for rain, but they'll still be pretty warm. Then we'll see it drop off into the mid to upper 70s for the highs. Good chance for showers and storms, especially on our Saturday, which will be a fairly stormy day, but severe weather is not expected, although we'll continue to track it for you as we go through the weekend into the early portion of next week. Low temperatures upper 50s to lower 60s. That's your weather. More news comes up in just a couple of minutes. And sports too.
Make the short drive to Oak Hill, where dependability comes standard, and we're proud to be the heartbeat of America here at Stevens Chevrolet. Come check out the red-hot 2026 Chevy Equinox. That's right, I said 2026, and they're already $3,000 below MSRP. Dependability always comes standard on the Chevy Silverado. Get a brand new 2025 four-wheel drive starting under $40,000.
Let's do a day at Stevens Chevrolet. Somewhere to get a let's drive.
The reviews are in, and guess what?
Late night.
You're a very handsome man.
Never looked so good.
I'm flattered, and I couldn't agree more.
Really attractive.
Oh, yeah, I love you so much. I hope your wife doesn't find out.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
Tune in to 105.9 WTMJ and have your morning cup with me, Bob, weekday mornings from 6 a.m. to 10.
So it's not nice.
You see the look on his face?
I know how you feel.
My biggest fear was on that.
But I knew I was never alone, because people care.
So walk right in.
Get back on.
Step right up. And to everyone who sees anyone bullying, don't just watch. Act.
Together, we can put an end to bullying.
You can learn more at disney.com/choose-kindness.
From America's #1 news source comes the all-new ABC News app. Breaking news, incredible video, faster, smarter, and it can customize to you and your interests. If you love being in the know, you're gonna love this. Experience what all the buzz is about. Experience the all-new ABC News app. Download it now.
Come on down to Outdoor Man.
When do I get to shoot the crossbows?
We're breaking the rules.
So you're 13, I don't even think it's legal. So we should do it after lunch.
Our camping department is intense.
Set it up in 30 seconds flat. You can take it down even faster.
And we're always family friendly.
He's adorable. Listen, we found a bear cub in here. Been nice knowing you, Baxter.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
watching Newswatch on WOAY.
Governor Patrick Morrisey partnered with West Virginia Health Right to present a new mobile teaching kitchen on June 2nd in Charleston. Newswatch reporter Trista Honecker has all the details for you tonight.
I'm a believer that our children deserve real food, not all these nasty chemicals that serve no nutritional purpose and may do long-term harm.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony and cooking demonstration for a new mobile teaching kitchen from West Virginia Health Right occurred on June 2nd in Charleston.
They're unveiling their new mobile teaching kitchen right here at the governor's residence. Now, this isn't just about watching someone cook. It's about reconsidering the way we cook in our own homes and showing folks that healthy, affordable food is within their reach.
This new mobile teaching kitchen goes with the governor's mission of making West Virginia healthy again by demonstrating that talking about nutrition is a main focus in health strategy.
We're tackling the root causes of poor health. And one of the biggest contributors to chronic health conditions is our broken food system.
Alongside encouraging healthier eating choices, it will also be pairing up to check other medical concerns throughout the state.
We'll also be pairing it with things like checking BMIs, checking blood pressure readings, maybe doing hemoglobin A1Cs, which is something that checks for what your sugar's been over the past 3 months. So other ways to connect this to overall health.
With this initiative, there is hope towards a healthier West Virginia.
Work together to build a future where people live longer, feel better in the head and the heart, better physically, and I think that's going to make a big difference.
Trista Honecker, Newswatch 4.
Now, do not go anywhere. We have sports with Kayvon Izami right after the break.
I came out when I was 40.
And I came out at 45.
I am in the process of coming out at 52.
All around the country, people in mid to late life are coming out of the closet.
I was in the military for 29 years. Being gay was not an option.
I was the only openly African-American Baptist. It was just like, ooh, did he just serve us some tea?
Coming out late in life, you are just fine, just the way that you are.
Late to the party, coming out later in life, Friday night on ABC.
Car wreck, when West Virginians get injured, they trust Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Farmer Klein & Campbell went above and beyond to handle my case.
They're in touch with the people around here. They know the area and they know the system.
They're a hometown lawyer office right here in the same town that the auto accident was in.
They care about their people. To me, that's what you get from having local attorneys, and they always stand with them.
The injured, call Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Why would you choose anyone else?
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the way to go. Call 252-5990.
Get the speed you need at a price you won't believe. Enjoy fast, reliable 1 gig Optimum internet for the new low price of just $20 a month. Be blown away by our super fast speeds powered by fiber with 99.9% network reliability. Plus, equipment is included and fast free installation is available. Get ready to take life to the next level. Experience 1 gig Optimum internet now for only $20 a month. That's 50% off. Call 8669-OPTIMUM, visit optimum.com/specials or a store near you.
We can't get enough of the WNBA. A fresh draft class has arrived.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
Teams stacked with new talent.
Jewel's a complete dog.
And the Valkyries take flight in the Bay.
Lord, ridiculous!
We've got more stars and more heat than ever. The WNBA on ABC. We can't get enough.
And now, sports with Kayvon Izami on WOAY.
All right, welcome in everybody as we get into the bulk of the week of sports. We've got the NHL Finals starting Wednesday night. We've got the NBA Finals starting on Thursday night, and we've got what's going on down in Charleston starting on Thursday as well, and that is the state's baseball tournament for high school as we wrap up the baseball tournaments. And that's where we begin tonight with what's going on down in Charleston at Go Mart Ballpark. And we have our eyes circled right here on the Class AA baseball bracket because of this team right here, the 4 seed. Wyoming East taking on Wheeling Central, an uphill battle, that 1 seed Wheeling Central, but it's going to be a fun game. 5 p.m. is the first pitch and then this 2-seed Logan versus 3-seed Philip Barber will start 30 minutes after this game ends. We'll be there Thursday and have everything for you that day and that night. Now, why is Wyoming East in this spot? Well, it goes to a ton of people on that team. Zach Hunt, the pitching staff, the manager, but two players in particular we want to shout out, starting with the junior Mike Smith, who has been the Warriors' most consistent hitter this season. He has a hit in 29 of 32 games, and on the season he's hitting .489, 46 for 94 at the plate, 13 doubles, a triple, a home run, 33 runs, and 39 RBIs, runners batted in, that is. And then what's happened so far in regional and regional final play comes down to the shortstop Talon Mascari, who's hitting .538 in just the 5 postseason games that they have played already this season. It's an incredible number. He's 7 for 13 at the plate. He's got 12 total bases. He's got 3 runs and 5 RBIs. He is absolutely on fire. If these two gentlemen continue what they're doing, along with the catcher Zach Hunt and the pitching staff, Wyoming East absolutely has a shot to win this Class AA bracket. It's going to be tough, but they have a shot if these players keep playing the way they are. Now, let's move over to Major League Baseball. You've got the Brewers, you've got the Reds, a 3-game series between two division rivals trying to fight for a playoff spot. The Brewers have been red hot. They've won 8 in a row. The Reds, topsy-turvy, up and down, just like we've seen it. Brewers took Game 1. Game 2 now. Let's go out to Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark to see how this one went. And early on, second of the 3 games between the two clubs, the Reds hosting and the Brewers' Christian Yelich wastes no time getting Milwaukee on the board with an RBI single at the top of the first. Top of the fourth now. 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 strikes, but Sal Frelick is undeterred. Look at the smashing hit to the right field for the solo home run. 2-1 Milwaukee. Down 2, Reds are in trouble, but Tyler Stevenson blasts this one to the same wall as Frelick for the 2-run shot to tie the game. Bottom of the 7th we go. Connor Joe gets the sac fly, brings home the runner, and the Reds have the lead for the first time tonight. Will Benson comes to the plate, and Will Benson says sayonara, delivers a solo home run. Reds up by 2 late. Last chance for the Brewers. The tying run is aboard. Bowers sends this one deep. It's got a shot, but TJ Friddle takes in the haul for the winning catch, and your final from Cincinnati, the Reds winning 4-2. What a play there by TJ Friddle. From there, we move on to the Pirates at home taking on the Houston Astros. It is Paul Skeens Day for the mound. The star ace on the mound getting ready to take on the Astros. We pick things up in the 3rd inning with men on 1st and 3rd. Jeremy Pena grounds out to the double play to end the top of the inning. We move to the 7th. Still 0-0. Skeens still on the mound, but Christian Walker puts an end to that as he hits a solo shot to left field. 1-0 Astros. Walker finally breaks through Skeens and breaks through the tie. Now, bottom 8th, Isaiah Kinner-Falafa at the plate for the Pirates. He singles on a ground ball to left. 1-0 Astros still, but we're in the 8th, and we've got some movement for the Pirates. O'Neal Cruz now at the plate. He grounds into a force out. Beautiful play by Pena to Altuve. IKF is out, but Cruz is there at first base. Still the 8th inning. Cruz tries to steal second, but he gets caught. He moves his hand off the bag after touching it. He is out, and the inning ends there. The runner couldn't get it no more. So Isaac Paredes comes up in the 9th, hits a 2-run homer to left field, and that's all you see from there. The Astros go on to win 3-0 against the Pirates. From there, we go out to Toronto, where the Phillies are in town taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. North of the borders, Phillies looking to bounce back against the Blue Jays after a 4-game skid. Top of the first, one man on, Trey Turner. Blast this one. It's at the track, at the wall, and it is gone. Turner opens up the scoring for the Phillies. Still in the first, no one on, and Bryce Harper gets in on the fun and crushes this one for the solo home run. 3-0 Philadelphia. Phillies up by 4 now as you see Harper absolutely destroy that one. Still in the first, bases loaded, and Bryson Stott knocks this one to right center and brings in 2 more runs. Top of the second we go, and Nick Castellanos at the plate, and Castellanos hits the sac fly. Harper tags up. He moves to third, but an error on the throw to third will move Harper to home base. 7-0 Philadelphia. Toronto later in the 5th gets on the board courtesy of Davis Snyder's solo home run, but it would not be enough. Philadelphia gets a much-needed win, taking down the Blue Jays 8-3, and that's where we stand in Major League Baseball. Keynotes from the night, huge win for the Reds. They absolutely needed that win. They were up and down. As I said, the Brewers have been one of the hottest teams in baseball. They just went to Philadelphia and won that series easily. Philadelphia, one of the best teams in the league. So this is a huge win for the Reds. Now the question is, can they get some consistency and track and pile on those wins instead of winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one? That's the question the Reds are going to have to answer. That does it for sports. We'll be back with more right after this.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
We are part of an operation.
Is this our Combat Operations Center?
Militants came in from different directions.
Nuclear reactor.
So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. We've got a home right here engulfed in flames. The scene here, apocalyptic. How important it made the USA.
Great work. Hi. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Ismail?
David.
I'm David Muir. I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
After you're injured by one of these, life quickly speeds out of control. The insurance company may try to deny your medical bills, hide the evidence, put every obstacle in your way. You need to stop that from happening. You need your life back. And a powerful law firm is the most effective way to make that happen. Got hurt? Call Hurt on the Hurt line. The law offices of Mark T. Hurt, right now.
Hey everybody, I'm John.
And I'm Sherry.
At John Howerton Honda right here in Beckley. I want to introduce you to the new member of the family.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is who I mean. Scott Shepard, ladies and gentlemen.
And Scott's making deals.
What?
Get a brand new Civic for as low as $249 a month.
Wow.
Or a brand new all-wheel drive HRV for $279 a month.
Are you kidding me?
So come get your great deal at John Howerton Honda.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, well, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in every morning, asking the straightforward questions you want answered.
And yes, putting a smile on your face, too.
ABC's Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you. We got you.
America's favorite way to start the day. GMA 7A.
Upper 60s and lower 70s around the region except in Marlington, which of course is always a little cooler because it's always a little higher up. 61 there, a little bit cooler in the Greenbrier Valley, other parts of it as well. 68 in Lewisburg, but also 69 in Beckley as well as in Oak Hill, 68 in Bluefield, 70 the warm spot. That's the current temperature in Welch. Upcoming forecast does call for some of that smoke and haze to still be around. Otherwise pleasant, low temperature 58 is a few degrees above where it should be as we go into our 4th day of June. 7th day forecast calls for temperatures to be still still in the lower to middle 80s at first, then mid to upper 70s takes us through the weekend and beyond. Low temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Those were the highs last week, by the way, the lows, as we look at our 7-day forecast. There will be good chances for rain, but it won't be all day long. It won't be all over the area, but it'll just be one of those situations. You just have to have an umbrella with you.
All right. Now looking in the present moment, though, the 69 degrees at 11 o'clock at night, this is what we were talking about earlier today as peak summer weather.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not too hot. It's absolutely perfect outside. And the sun's down. It's 11 o'clock at night and 69 degrees.
Agreed.
That's right.
It's perfect. You don't get that anywhere.
No, it's almost heaven for a reason, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow. Good night.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy